Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you have watched my previous video where I've shown how to install a Wi-Fi smoke detector under $100 to get notifications and early warning signs of a smoke in your garage or any place of your home where you've got them installed. Today I'm going to show you how you get better notifications and early signs of overheating in your home, and especially if you're on a EV or a home battery setup, which I think in most of the Australian homes we have these days, then it is something which is a must have in your home. So like we discussed in the previous video, EV charging is usually safe, but the power plugs where you use to draw the electricity can show some signs of wear with prolonged use, and it may be too late before you actually get to know, because if there are loose points, if there is overheating happening over time, you may not know until it's too late, when it starts to overheat and melt and can cause disasters. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this small sensor, which is under $25. I think you can look up on Amazon when you like, but this is a highly sensitive and highly accurate heat and humidity sensor from TP-Link. And TP-Link is a trusted brand, as we know. Tapo is its own smart device ecosystem. So using this device, I'm going to set up my temperature monitor near my EV plug. So what I do is I've got two EVs in my garage, and like I said in my previous video, you have seen I've installed a smart smoke detector. So if there is a slightest smoke appearing due to long-term usage, it's going to give me smart notifications and alarms. But what it doesn't do or sense is a local heating which is occurring unknowingly on the plug point, power point, where I have my EV adapter installed. So this is what this device is exactly for. So it's going to sense the heat and it's going to notify me if my temperature has reached to a certain threshold. How do we do it? I'll show you in the next steps that how we set this up. But my goal is that I'm going to put this on near the socket for at least 1 week, so that I know that during the entire week, what are the peak times when the temperature goes the highest. Especially when I'm charging my EV. I charge it 12 to 6 at night because most of us who have EV in Australian homes get super discounted pricing during that time. So I check the patterns and the ups and lows and the spikes which occur during the day, and especially during the charging times. And that becomes my benchmark or the baseline, if you like. And after that, I can put sort of threshold alerts in the app, TP-Link app, that if my temperature is going above 5% or say 10% of my usual threshold, then there is something wrong and I need to check. And that's what this device is going to do. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with the unboxing of the device. As you can see, it's the Tapo smart temperature device. Tapo hub is required. This is another. This is a tiny hub which is about $35 on Amazon, and it's something you should have, because I can show you in my other videos that this builds an ecosystem in your home where you can actually also have smart alerts if there was a water leak in near any of your water dispensing areas in the home, be it your toilets or be it your kitchen. Then the hub can also integrate with your door sensor. So you can again buy Tapo door sensors for about $20 and put them on the windows and the doors. So if there was, and set up timing schedules that during night time, if there was a attempt to open the door, it will send a notification to your hub. So the hub is really important. And then that builds an ecosystem of the Tapo IoT devices. So anyway, so this is called the Tapo T310, 2-second refresh rate. That means every 2 seconds it's checking the temperature, which is pretty nice. And free 2-year data export, which means you can have data for every 2 seconds for over 2 years stored in the app, and you could download it anytime if you want to keep it longer. So let's unbox this thing and see what it comes with. So that's how it is. So as usual, it's got a quick start guide in it, and that's my real sensor. So as you can see, it is such a small and tiny sensor. It's a very small sensor which can actually be placed anywhere in any part or area of your home where you need sensor monitoring. But for this video, like we said, we'll specifically do it for our EV charging. Again, it comes with a lanyard and some stickers which you can actually plug on the back of it, and 2 of them are magnetic. So if you have a metal area, you can just stick it with the magnets, or it's got a 3M tape on both sides, 2 stickers which come with a 3M tape on both sides. So if it is a flat surface like a wall, you could use that, or if you want to hang it, then there's a lanyard in it. And as usual, this has got factory tape on it, and when you take it off, the green light starts blinking, and that is when it has gone in the pairing mode. So let's get started with pairing this device. Okay, so pairing this device is pretty simple. As usual, go into your Tapo app if you don't have it already downloaded from the App Store. And these are the various Tapo devices that I have in my home, so they'll all appear here. That's the ecosystem that you can build with smart devices. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do a plus, and we're going to say that we want to add a new device. As usual, it will show you all the Tapo devices that it has, and because you got the green light blinking after pulling the tape off, we are already in the pairing mode. Sometimes it might just detect it itself, but at the moment it is not. So we're going to go in sensors, and we're going to choose TP-Tapo T310, which is what our device is. As it can be seen, I've got 2 hubs in my home, so I'm going to choose the smart hub, and it says pull off that insulation tape which we already have. Click next. LED is blinking, yes, and it is now going to look for this sensor. So we'll give it a second, and it says connecting to the hub. And finally it says connected, and you can give it a name. So I'm going to say EV plug point. Next, I'm going to put it in the garage. Next, give it an icon. Next, and check the firmware. It's updated, sounds good, and that's pretty much it. So now I've got my smart temperature sensor installed in the garage. So if I go in the garage category, along with others, as you can see, I've got this most recent one. I've just added this, and it is showing me that my current temperature is 24.9 degrees, and that's my humidity. So that's how it's going to show you the interface. There's no data for past 24 hours, but for the purpose of this demo, I can show you from an existing plug which I've already got, an existing sensor which I've already got on the plugs. So as you can see, I've got one in the garage, the first one. So when I click on it, you can see it's showing me a graph, and a graph that shows that since the last 24 hours, starting from 12 a.m., what has been the temperature in my garage like for every 15 minutes. It is checking every 2 seconds, and it's drawing a graph like that. So it's this is how it actually shows you what is your temperature. Likewise, this graph here is actually showing me the humidity. So what's been my humidity? And all we can do is view all. Doing view all means it's going to show me the data for last 1 month or year, whatever criteria you want to set. So if I choose month, as you can see, it is showing me the lowest and the highest that my temperature went during each of the previous whatever number of days I've had them on in the garage, and likewise for the humidity. So it's pretty handy. You could use this button to download, and this is just going to download and email you the data on your email address. You choose the duration of what is the interval and from and to, and click and hit export, and it's just going to email you that information. So you could use it, and it would be in Excel, so you could use pivot tables or do whatever you like to analyze that data. So this is the bit which I'm going to show you on this one. So what I've done then further is I have analyzed my temperature readings over a period of time, and I know that how hot my garage plug point can actually get. So in fact, as a matter of fact, if I show you on the days when I'm actually doing the charge overnight, 12 to 6, I know my temperature goes up to 26 degrees. So what I've done is I click here on settings, and I go on smart actions. So in smart actions, I could actually set a smart action, a trigger that it sends me a notification, or it actually fires the alarm that if my temperature goes beyond a certain threshold. So in this, I could say my garage temperature, if it is add trigger, device status change, and let's pick the new one which I have added. So I have added an EV plug point. So let me say when the EV plug point value is more than, because I haven't seen my charger going more than my garage plug point temperature going more than 26 degrees. So let me just say increase of 5% or so, 30 degrees. If it goes beyond 30 degrees, temperature over 30 degrees, you could choose below, humidity, or whichever criteria you have, done. And what do you want to do then? Which is, you could also add conditions that if only on a certain day or during a certain time, if that happens. But we'll just leave the condition away that whenever it occurs, I want a notification. So there's already a send notification added here. I'm removing it, and I'm going to say add action. And what is the action you want to do? So I'm saying send me a notification, and you can set the text that of the notification that you get. Let me just say EV plug point temperature reach, please check. So this is the message I'm going to get whenever the temperature threshold goes over. So I say done. Additionally, because I've got the TP-Link ecosystem, I've got the hub which I talked about, so I could say add action, and I might just say if it's the middle of the night, or if it's something where I really need to be notified, then also make an alarm. So I might just say go in here and turn on the siren. So I've got a living room. So I've got a living room siren. I can say turn on and click done. And what this is going to do is it's going to activate the siren with a loud noise sound, and all I have to do is just hit save. And so that's all, and that's a smart action you've created. So basically you get notified not only by simple text notification, but you also hear a loud siren noise if that happens. So once we've done this, now let's go and place this sensor on the near the plug point. Okay, so that's what I have in my garage now. So this is where I'm charging my EV. It's got a normal 10 amp port, and this is the Tapo device which we just configured, and I've stuck in 3M tape here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the sensor anywhere over near this plug point, because this is what could be the weakest point if there was overheating due to excessive current, or the background wiring being loose, or the aged wiring in my home. So if this was getting hotter and melting over time, I would never know unless I had a heating temperature sensor which was actually sensing the temperature all the time and giving me those notifications. So I'm just going to stick it over anywhere here near, so that something like this, and that's pretty much it. I'll leave it there like that. So similarly on the other side, if I may show you, on my garage I've also got one stuck over here, and this is for my other EV that I'm charging. So this is again placed close to this, and this basically senses once again the whole temperature. And if you've seen my previous videos, then I've also got the smoke alarm installed at the top, and this is the smart smoke alarm for which you can look at my other videos. So a combination of the smoke alarm and the heat sensor is what is making my home safe for high temperature and high possibility of smoke or fire in the garage. Okay, so this is my home battery now. As you can see, home batteries is something which most Australian homes now have, and they are pretty powerful 30 kilowatt batteries, and they are installed outdoor. So I've got almost direct sun over them at the time of sunset. As per regulation, there's a canopy near the top, but it's not enough. So I have myself installed this curtain line, which I actually attach there. So during the sunny days, I just pull this out. However, for my own safety, what I've done is I've attached the same Tapo device which I've just shown you for the EV. It's got the magnetic attachment behind, I've just stuck that in on these each battery, one on each battery, and this is individually monitoring the temperature 24/7 for my EV battery, and based on the threshold which I've set, if it goes over a certain threshold, I get messages on my notifications on my mobile. So this is something which is really handy and something we should do if you want to get early notifications and signs of any overheating which may be happening. Again, there's a threshold. I know on a peak day how high it can go, up to 45 degrees. So if it starts to go over 45 degrees regularly, then this is something to be aware of and call the installer to check. That's the whole purpose of this $25 device attached to this battery pack. Okay, so just to show you now that I've got these 3 sensors attached to each of my home battery, like you just saw. So if I launch my Tapo app now, you can tell that I've got Garage 1, Garage 2, which are the 2 sensors which we saw before, which are for my EV charging plugs. And the Solar 1, 2 and Solar 3 are basically the 3 sensors which I just showed you. And each of them is now reporting what is my home battery temperature. If I go inside one, as usual, I can see the patterns when it's been highs or lows. If I go on view all, it was a very hot day in Melbourne on 27 January. So as you see, on 27 January, it went high as 49.9 degrees, which is close to 50 degrees. So those were very hot days, so I know it was supposed to go in that range. However, what I did is, therefore, as a precaution, if it's going this high, I just manually turned it off. I just manually turned off my home battery, because charging your battery and discharging your battery is obviously going to create an extra energy and extra heat, which on top of 50 degree already from the outside temperature is a stress on the battery. So these devices help you actually send those notifications so you can take corrective action. So once again, if I may just show you, I put in a smart, if I go in smart automation tab, and I have already put a smart automation here called the home battery temperature. If I go in there, so I say when the solar temperature 1 or 2 or 3 is above 45 degrees, then no conditions, no exceptions, anytime. If it is, then send me a notification. Check home battery temperature, and that's what I'm doing. So this actually helps me to get to know if my battery temperature is unexpectedly high on certain days, or it is getting like that as a pattern on a cold day. Then it is something which I need my installer to look at. So that's almost the end of the video, and this is what I want to show you. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If you have any questions, comments, or any specific thing you want me to cover in the video,